technical demonstration, we're going to go through a brief overview of the navigation of the portal and learn how to customize it for your own organization. Now, as you can see here, I have a web browser open to the portal login page. You'll notice that the Centrify default login image is shown. So I'm going to go ahead and log in using the Centrify Directory Services administrative account. Now, as you can see, we'll see that welcome message once again. I'm going to go ahead and cancel it. You'll also notice here at the top, it'll identify that we have not set up any security questions at this point. This will be used for multi-factor authentication later on in this course. So let's go through this navigation very quickly. As you can see here, we do have a Centrify default logo and our profile information on this side, on the right side of the browser window, that allows us to access support, our profile, information about the product. We can reload the rights or refresh the page, the getting started option, and then of course to sign out. On the left hand side are our menus, starting with our dashboards. Now with the dashboards, we do have the capability of using different dashboards. These are the 4 default dashboards we have to choose from: the security overview, user logins, applications, and finally overview. Now overview will be used later in this course when we start to monitor active sessions. Let's continue on. We'll have a workspace area. This will apply to all users, where we can identify favorites, current password checkouts, system accounts, and active sessions that the user is currently in. The areas that we're going to use quite often in this course are going to be the resources option. This is going to allow us to set up systems, databases, domains, accounts, as well as secrets, SSH keys, and services. Now we'll cover a lot of this in this course. We'll go ahead and scroll down a bit, and as you can see here, we do have an option for apps, both web apps and desktop apps that we can configure. The discovery option is now isolated by itself as one specific unit. This is where we can set up discovery profiles for systems and accounts, as well as alternate accounts. The other area that we're going to spend a lot of time in this course is going to be the access option. Now, resources gives us the ability to set up our systems and create all of the assets that we're going to be accessing. The access option allows us to provide privileged access to users of the portal. So from here, we can add in our users. Now, if you'll notice, when I click on users, here's my directory services account that we created during the initial installation. But I also logged in at one point as Alex Foster. Now, Alex Foster is a domain admin, but as it relates to the Centrify system, he's just another user. He just happens to be an Active Directory user. We'll talk about this one a little bit later. The other options are roles. As you can see here, there are 2 default roles: System Administrator and Everybody. Policies. Requests. This will apply to workflow. And of course, security keys for FIDO UTF, OAuth tokens, and then global account permissions and global system permissions, which we'll take a look at later in this course. There is a reporting option where we have built-in reports, customized reports or my reports, and shared reports. There is a download section where we can download browser extensions for commonly used web browsers, Centrify clients for specific operating systems, including Amazon Linux, Centrify clients for Windows, command line tools, and of course the Centrify connector. Now we've already gotten a chance to see the settings option briefly during the connector installation. This will give us the opportunity to look at it a little further. The general option under settings gives us the ability to set up customization of the portal. Now we're going to actually cover this here in just a moment, but let's cover the rest of the settings options. This will include authentication, which is where we'll set up our multi-factor authentication profiles, network, which we saw earlier during the Centrify connector installation, users, and this is going to apply to the specific directory services that are added to the portal. As you can see here, Centrify does support multiple types of directory services, not just Active Directory, but LDAP and Google directories as well. Under resources, this is where we can set up our global security settings, password profiles and storage, as well as SafeNet key secure configurations. And the enrollment option gives us the ability to set up our enrollment codes for privileged access service to enable computers to work through the identity broker process. So this covers the basic navigation of the portal. Now let's go through some customization. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to the general option under settings. And as you can see, here are those images we talked about earlier that correlate to the login and the portal dashboard. Now we're going to change both of these, but we're also going to change the color. Let me make this a little bit brighter. So I'm going to change it to this shade of yellow. And we're going to come down a little further and we're going to go ahead and change the login image. Now I've created some images earlier today, and we're going to select the login image, and we'll go ahead and change the portal image as well to the logo. And we'll go ahead and come down here to the bottom a little bit, and we're going to change the company name so it's reflected of our company. We can also add in the terms of use and privacy policy links. Under message customization, we can also change this as well. We'll go ahead and change that now. And as you can see here, the message templates can also be adjusted, where it will include our logo and specific information that will go to the user based on this particular type of template. So we're going to go ahead and just close this portion of it, and we're going to save these options. Now, as you can see, we have a yellow ribbon at the top, we have a new logo, and now if I log out of the portal, you'll notice that my logo has changed here as well.